We good? Yeah, there we go. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Red Milwaukee 414, man. Straight from
It's
Sneakerheads Color
already
Line. We
starting to
back in
suck.
the building. We are back. We are back.
Yeah.
Y'all see who we got in the building, man. You know, it's been let's see, Q, it's been about 2 weeks. I think it's been about 2 weeks, man. If y'all know my situation, what I was going through or whatever like that, I needed a break. Plus, I was out of town, a few things was going on. I appreciate everybody that was hitting my line, showing me love, and whatnot. But we back. We back. Another Tuesday night, Sneakerheads Color Line Radio live. And as promised, we got a special guest in the building. First things first, we got the homie Q the Queen in the building as usual. Shout out to Q the Queen. And then we got Skip with the Atari edition. We got Skip in the building.
This mess is already messing up. Oh my god.
Man, Skip,
we got Skip in the building, and then BX should be pulling up.
You lucky you funny, Skip.
He should be pulling up any second.
You lucky you funny.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a
Thank
fact.
you.
That's a fact. But we got a special guest. We got a special guest in the building, man. We got the homie Lonnie, man, from Funarios, man. Shout out to the homie Lonnie, man. Lonnie, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you at, all that good stuff, and we'll go ahead and get started.
What's good? Y'all can find me on YouTube, IG, TikTok, all that. Every platform that got a little bit of entertainment on it. At Funarios. Oh, I guess I should spell it.
Yeah, man.
It's not a common name at all, but FUNAR.
Hey, we gonna put it in the comment section too, so people can go subscribe after the show, not during or before, but after the show. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can get a little bit of a feel. Lonnie, who he is and all that good stuff. But we gonna put it in the comment section so y'all can check out his channel most definitely. And so they could check out Funarios, man. He been doing his thing for a minute. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already know who Lonnie is. Y'all seen his videos, y'all seen his comedy skits with himself and the whole crew. TK actually, okay, all right. Something happened. He'll be back though. But I'll give a backstory real quick. So Lonnie is actually from, here we go. He back.
I was about to say he beat Skip out of this thing.
There you go.
He beat Skip.
I know,
right? Real quick story. So Lonnie actually, like I was saying, he's from Milwaukee, and he actually has a YouTube channel, and it's called Funarios. He's been doing his thing for a minute. It's not like he started overnight or whatnot. And they do comedy skits, himself and the whole crew that he has, and man, really, really dope. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know, but if y'all don't know, he does comedy skits, on social media, and you see a lot of them on his YouTube channel. And TK actually wore I think not this past video, but the video before. Was it the last video?
What video was that?
Lonnie.
TK in the back. That's her.
Hey.
Hey, TK.
Yo.
What up, TK? What up?
You got the tie-dye joint going?
Yeah, doing, I stay with the big shirt,
You see
Oh, cozy. How you guys doing?
What up? Hey, so TK actually wore Sneakerheads Color Line in their last video, and very much appreciate that. Shout out to TK in the back once again for doing that for us. She showed us love in that video. And yeah, man, so make sure y'all check them out. But we're gonna get into the backstory about Funarios and how we got started and all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about sneakers and all that good stuff. But as usual, we're not always just gonna be talking about sneakers on this damn channel, man. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into some other things. But what was you about to say, Q?
I said get hip.
So let's get to it, man. Let me bring BX up in here because he late as hell. And let's adjust the screen. Let's see here. What the hell? All right, there we go. That's better.
BX,
all right, so BX, man, we was just about to hit them intro.
You always distributing late passes and shit. Nah. Talking now.
Yeah, my bad.
Hey, hit them intros. Hit them intros so we can hit them questions though. Hit them intros, y'all.
Hey, it's cute to queen.
Somebody start. Damn, come on.
You talked over mine, so there you go. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. Skip Goes Hard, the most underrated, never duplicated, funniest sneaker YouTuber in the game. Facts. Looking at
it's your boy. I'm late as hell, BX Rays. I'm happy to be here. Hey, Lonnie, nice to meet you, man.
Hey, you too, man.
I just finished watching all your videos. Well, a lot of your videos today, but let's go. Let's get into this, rap.
I was gonna say you ain't watched all his videos.
I know you ain't seen all of them because it's
Not all of them. Listen, I've been watching for a while, so you know.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you got a lot of time, bruh.
You got a lot of time, a lot of questions.
Hey, that's a fact.
Hey,
Hey, that's a dang, man. The whole encyclopedia over there. All right, so and then Lonnie already told y'all what's good, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Lonnie, first things first, how did you actually get into YouTube?
I was naive and I thought that I was the person that God called on to fill the void when Dave Chappelle had left stand-up when he had left sketch comedy. I didn't know that other people was doing sketch comedy on the internet. So I was just like, oh, like somebody got to do it. It got to be me. So I just went over to YouTube and started making videos. And then lo and behold, I found that it was plenty of people that was making skits too. So I just kept going.
Yeah.
That's it.
What year did you actually get into it?
It's kind of hard to say because I had been in entertainment for a while. So I want to say my first skit that I actually wrote, produced, and put up on YouTube was in 2006. Yeah, 2006.
Okay.
7-ish. So I've been at it for a good while, but I didn't start my channel until 2011.
2011. Okay. All right. That's a good perspective. So 2011. And then we in 2020, people. This wasn't yesterday. That my man, you know what I'm saying, is getting busy.
Take 10 years.
And then most definitely you start. I mean, you most definitely now you got a whole crew with you now. So did you guys all start together, or was this a gradual process that you got? You know, that you added people to the equation or whatnot?
Everybody kind of did social media in their own little aspect of it. So when I first met TK, she was doing Vine videos. That's back in 13, 14, that I had.
Yeah.
And then Jamal, we used to live in the same apartment building in like 2012, 2013. So we was both doing YouTube at the same time. And then Jay came a little later. I had met him randomly. And Tiffany, we just met her like 3 months ago, or 4 months ago.
Okay. Dope. Most definitely. BX, I know you got a question before I get into it, man. Go and answer one of your questions because I know how you are.
I got a question. Why is
All right, Q, go ahead.
Why is this logo in my hair?
Hey, sometimes your edges don't be on point now. Sometimes your edges don't be on point.
Man, you gonna put a black woman out like that?
They just want you to be the spokeswoman. That's all it is.
You see, first Kanye and then you. Oh damn! Let me go and get.
Hey! I ain't saying nothing about Harriet Tubman now. Oh no, you do me like that. Nah, pause.
That box. Hey, Q, that box is on your shoulder. Like an annoying ass nigga at the club looking at
me like hey, this logo is whispering in my ear, like kicking back.
Hey, normally that's BX. Normally that's BX spot right there. See?
Yeah, but I was late.
Normally, see, you usually the late one. You usually the late one, so you're not usually there. But you know, you took his spot for this, you know, so you just gonna have to deal with it.
Okay.
You got any other questions? You got any other questions, Harriet Tubman?
Yeah, see?
All right.
Oh man, you got one more strike. You got one more strike. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to go? Or
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
ask your question, dog.
Hold on, I was getting to it. I want to ask Lonnie. Lonnie, I know you grew up in Milwaukee and all that stuff, but I want to know, where did you get your comedic presence from? Were you that kid that was always performing for family members? And disrupting the class and stuff like that, that you knew you had that comedy inside you?
I was always growing up. I was a ladies' man, and I was also like a class clown. But I was nerdy too. So, I guess just growing up, I always like try to like figure out how to make girls laugh, because obviously, if you can make a girl laugh, she rock with you. So, I just been making people laugh and watching movies, like the Clumps, and just imitating them and just doing it in school and stuff. So yeah, I was one of those kids voted like most likely to be on TV, most likely to be famous. Like I was that kid in my high school.
Okay. Anybody else, or you want me to keep going? I can keep going.
Well, I mean, I thought it was.
I know you can.
Can I?
What you say, Q?
I was gonna say, I thought it was interesting that you mentioned the ladies' man component, because when I look at you, I don't think of a funny dude. I'm not seeing funny,
Yeah, no. Most of my demeanor is real like chill and relaxed. You ain't gonna see the funny until like the personality come out, or in person more so you'll see it. But
so it's a character, a persona is basically what you would.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So were you doing Vines in Milwaukee and then you moved to Atlanta, or was it like you moved to Atlanta then started doing Vine?
Yeah, I didn't. I moved to Atlanta in 2008. So that's when my just social media career really all started on my own and branding myself. So I would say 2008, I did make videos. I used to make little rants, and then I just stopped. And then I got into the skits like maybe 2 years later.
Okay. What's the most difficult part of creating content like your skits for YouTube? What's the most difficult part about that?
Not knowing if YouTube gonna censor you or not, or they gonna take your video down, or like you wanna say this and push the boundaries, but you also got to be prepared that YouTube might take that down, or whatever platform. Nowadays, a lot of the platforms are really strict, so that's probably one of the most difficult parts. And just I would say writing or still creating through writer's block. That's another difficulty.
Okay. Do you guys write as a crew, or you come up with the concept and then you go to the rest of your crew members and then figure out the skit from there, or it's just you on your own?
For the most part, it's all of us on our own. We will like obviously help each other out. Like if I don't have an ending that's good enough, I feel like I can always ask the group. Or the only other thing that I've worked on in a collaborative effort was me and TK did Week of Love. It was like a therapy session, and me and her wrote 5 episodes together, and we edited it together and all that stuff. So that's like the most like collaborative effort we have. But otherwise, it would just be her writing a skit for her channel, Jamal doing the same thing, and vice versa. Me doing my own, and then just casting them in it, or just telling them what parts they got.
So since you do it mostly on your own, like how long from concept to creation and ending does it take you to do like one skit?
It just depends, honestly. I've thought of a skit 30 minutes before the cast showed up before. Like I've done that before. So and put it out that next day. Actually, I've done it like that day. Like me and TK, we filmed the episode that morning, just completely freestyle, no like script or anything, and dropped it that same like night. So I would say maybe 8-hour turnaround, maybe.
Okay. I'm gonna tag Skip in. I'm gonna pause for a minute because I got a lot more. But go ahead, Skip.
Hey Lonnie, do you do a lot of improv in your skits or your crew skit? You know what I mean, like just on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For the most part, yeah. There, I will have written lines. It depends on what I'm writing or what the skit is. If I have to say a particular word, or I have to get the story straight in order for it to make sense for the audience, I'll just go off the script. But most times I will kind of freestyle, or I like add on lines,
Bet.
I have one more question, Lonnie.
You ever feel like there's this thing, it's kind of like in pretty much an indie industry, like you have musicians and then you have beat makers, right? And there's a respect level there. So, like in comedy, do you ever feel like you're not getting the appropriate respect because you're what's considered an internet comedian as opposed to stand up? Those guys feel like, you know, they put in the time, they put in the work, they write, they rehearse a lot of those pieces before they go, you know, live with them at different clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of rotation of the material before they decide on, okay, this is the masterpiece right here.
Yeah. Cold, like it was like you had to know somebody usually back in the day. So the older people, they're kind of like, how are these new people coming in and they the headliner for a show, but they ain't got no hours in that I have. So it was a very hard I don't even know what's the correct word to say, but they didn't take well to internet comedians. So there's plenty of internet comedians that don't respect what I do or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, if y'all got time to worry about me, then that's on y'all. Like, I just feel like there's other important things in the world to worry about. But there is a very negative relationship between the two.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that I didn't even know was a thing until like more recently. I didn't know there was such a disparity. I think it's one of the OGs from, you know, we know who Samore is. So she was talking about something regarding like internet comedians and, you know, and them not putting in that time. Like, you know, the earthquakes, the Bruce, you know, and so forth. So it's, you know, I didn't know that was a thing until then. So
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Yeah,
because in a way I can agree with like the traditional like stand-up comedian, and you know what I mean, like when you think of like stand-up comedians, they're usually of an older crowd, you know what I mean, like this crowd was the ones who, you know what I mean, like they hopped in that raggedy ass car, you know what I mean, they got their ass on that bus with like $42 to their name and went to Hollywood, you know what I mean? Because this was like back in the day. Everybody usually has that story. But now coming up with technology, and it's a good thing for, like you said, like internet comedians where they don't have to like take their ass all the way up to Hollywood or California, you know what I mean? They can showcase their talent in their house, in their room, you know what I mean? So in a way, I understand how the old comedians feel, but they gotta know that, hey, this is not those old days no more where you gotta like get up and leave. You can just, you know, be at your house, set up a camera, and be funny. You know what I mean? So yeah, I salute to that, Lonnie, because like you said, you're using today's technology to the fact where you do not have to, you know what I mean, pack up, take your ass to California and do you. You can be at home or whatever. So I can respect that. But I still respect like the old style well too.
It's just funny to see. I think like this, like my generation and like my parents' generation has been the hardest to like really understand each other, because in this amount of time between from when they were our age and yada yada growing up, technology has it like Zoom. You know what I'm saying? It's just been crazy. So it's been hard for them to understand the fact that all of this new stuff coming, like me being able to stay at home and make videos. Like my mom, for the life of me, she could not understand it. Like I had to show her how much money I was making for her to like leave me alone and like understand that, like, oh, you do got something. Like
and that's not to cut you off. That's how it usually is. You know what I mean? Like let me show you what's going on, so you won't think that I'm just BSing at the house all day. Let me show you this. Then you know now. You know what I mean? Type of stuff. So yeah, for real.
So Lonnie, quick question. How the hell you come up with James? Because there's something wrong with him.
But James started from just me being funny. I don't know if y'all remember that viral trend of the Harlem Shake, when everybody was like, it would be normal and then it would change to like this crazy party scene.
Mm-hmm.
So my roommate, he went to Goodwill to get a bunch of just random weird stuff, and he came back with that vest. And so I had put the vest on, and I just thought it would be funny to just make a video of how people are when they Vogue. Like, I don't know if y'all know the dance that it's like really popular in like the LGBT community and stuff like that. So
what Madonna did?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So I had just did it being funny, and it kind of like, you know, people were like, oh my God, it's funny, yada yada. And then I had did it to like a rap song. I had did the same thing to a rap song, and then slowly I just gave him a name and just turned him into a character. It just kind of, I didn't mean to do it. It just happened.
Okay, because I've seen James and his best friend. There's something seriously wrong with him, but it's hilarious. What's the normal reaction when you go out that, like you get from your fans? What's the normal thing they would say to you?
It's only funny because the level I'm at now, I'm just now like people are able to like recognize me. I'm kind of getting like fairly known on a lower scale though. So it used to be people be like, "Damn, you look familiar, but I don't know where I know you from." And I would just, play along with them like, I don't know, maybe I got a twin, whatever. But now people like actually like, "Yo, you the dude from the Big Job video, or you was the dude who you do Liar Get Smacked, whatever." And and they'll know my skits off top. So it's kind of interesting to see that build of things. And I'm sure in the next maybe 6 months to a year, it'll be more of a, yo, like, I can't believe you're here. Like, people won't believe I'm shopping or something. I don't know.
You said that you and TK met because she was doing Vine and like one of your friends introduced you to her and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for you and TK to get that on-screen chemistry? Because I know you guys get the same question all the time, are you guys together? But that's not the question right now. The question is like, how long did it take for you guys to build that chemistry where it's like so normal?
You want to answer that? Well, you got to come to answer. All right, never mind. She's chewing sushi. I try. Anyway, yeah, we never like there was never any pushback from working with TK. It was like instant, like, yo, like dope energy every time we created. And it's funny because it's been some skits like she's had to talk me into because I was like afraid of like doing them. I was like, I don't know. But as soon as we did it, those were some of my biggest videos, like at the time. So it's crazy that she kind of pushed me into that. But our chemistry was instant.
Is the comedic is the YouTube comedy community, is it close? Like, are you guys is there hate in the community? Because we have a sneaker community and it goes back and forth all the time. There's one person might not like a person and so on. Is it like that in the YouTube skit community?
We're telling all our business now. Don't
I'm putting it all on Front Street, Q.
Are we beefing over rubber soles, dog?
No, none. This is everything he said. The question is there a YouTube comedian community?
Yes, there is. I'm
putting it out there, Q.
It's a pretty big community, and the biggest is in LA, obviously. But it's only funny to me because it's a lot of petty drama. Like drama, you would be like, what? Like, what are y'all beefing over? So, I mean, but I guess you got that. It's like high school. It is literally like high school. Just imagine high school.
Skip, does that remind you of anything?
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, man.
I don't know nothing about nothing. I was an outcast in high school. I'm an outcast now. I don't know nothing about nothing.
What are your top three comedic influencers?
Oh my gosh, she's so extra. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle. Sorry, TK just fell down the stairs or fell up the stairs.
Fall up the stairs is typically the funny one, right? Yeah, that's funny. You should have caught that somehow.
Oh my god!
You got a Ring camera or anything around there?
I know, right? I need one. She is very clumsy. But what was I saying? Oh, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, and I would have to go with. I got to give it to Eddie Murphy. I was gonna say Bernie Mac, but Eddie Murphy, he just seeing him turn into different characters and play all of those, and it'd be the timing be crazy and all that stuff. I got to give it to him.
Why Kevin Hart over Cat Williams?
It's not necessarily a matter of who's funnier. It's just who has affected the comedy game the most. Kevin Hart was one of those people that came in and he did what no other black comedian did. So Cat Williams is funny. Kevin Hart is just as funny to me. And people kind of downplay Kevin, like Cat is funnier than Kevin, but I've seen Kevin like hold his own. Like you're not gonna Cat Williams and Kevin in a roast battle, like they'll still be able to hold their own. Like Kevin Hart was the last person to really come through that had everything. Like he could have a presence on TV, he could have a presence online and on stand up. So he was the last one to come through. Now you see people who lack one of those three elements or something. So
that Kevin Hart work ethic is crazy.
yeah, that too.
Good grief.
Look, he works so hard. We tired of seeing him.
Yeah.
Like, like, you know, he's just everywhere. When you oversaturate, I'm sure that's a fear. Like when you get the popping and you get all of these different offers, commercials, movies, shows, this, that, and the third, all of these different content, and it's like we always seeing you. Is that a fear? Like,
it's not a fear of mine, but I can understand why some people would be cautious of it, but it's really one of those, it's hard to teeter. Like you'll teeter on the line because he might be this close to being like, all right, we tired of you, but he also stays kind of like this way so we don't get too tired. So I don't know. It's a hard thing. What? Right. So,
Lonnie, what's like your favorite video, or like what's like one of your biggest videos that you guys have done to this date?
What platform? As of now, I have a million
on YouTube, for example. On YouTube, yeah, on YouTube.
YouTube, my most popular one right now is my best friend series. It's my girlfriend and her gay best friend. Okay, wait, this is gonna sound weird. My girlfriend showed her gay best friend my nudes in the series, and then my best friend, and who like my best friend is a female who's super fine. So it's like my fine best friend series. That just hit 1 million views like maybe 2 days ago, and that's my first 1 million view video. So that's the most popular right now.
Okay,
that's what's up.
Yeah, that's James.
Like, kind of know from like Liar Gets Smacked, and that's basically like, you know, a girl, I'm gonna smack the black off of you, and you know the next thing she does is or she says she's gonna smack the waves out of my head, and then you see water hit the ground, and now I'm bald headed. So that's another like big series that a lot of people kind of knew me from.
nah, that sounds creative. That's
How did you link up with like Big John them? Because like the stuff that y'all do together, you know, is really dope. I really like the chemistry between you and TK. Like y'all videos be crazy. Yeah. Like for real. But how did you actually like branch off and hook up with guys like Big John and the rest of them? Like, cause as you say, like that LA market, you know, is out there.
We were all in this like group. It's like a DM group basically, and we all like talk about videos and stuff like that. So Ja was in there, and this was when Instagram videos, the Instagram comedian was the popular thing. So it was just like, who could do the best video, yada yada. Ja was in there, and he had started back doing YouTube, and he was growing. And then since we was in the group, and I guess he had seen one of my videos, and I just DM'd him, and he was like, yo, like I love some of your stuff, so yeah, let's work. So it kind of like worked out for the better, just by chance, I guess, of him seeing my stuff and then me DMing him, and then he put me in. He had came down to Atlanta for his. They were on tour for their stand-up show, and we linked up, shot a bunch of videos, and yeah.
What's the ultimate goal for your brand, Funarios? Like, where do you see you and your crew in like the next 5 to 10 years?
The next 5 years, I see us buying Rick Ross's house down here in Atlanta, and everybody living there, and it'd be a content creation house. So, everybody making skits. If you choose to still make skits, or either skits or like web series and movies is the goal to get to. But I wanted to have my own app so that I can censor content. I can do whatever. I don't have to worry about anybody taking my work down because it doesn't fit their whatever mode. So It's to have an app and to build a platform for other people who were just like me, just as hungry and want to be seen, and give them a bigger stage to get seen.
Would you ever do like a TV sitcom?
I would if it was right, and if it didn't feel like a reboot. I'm not a fan of reboots at all, because I just feel like there's so many other stories to be told. Why are we going back to these same old classics and then messing them up? Like,
yeah,
even if they do a good job on it, it's like the classic is always the classic. It's like, even though they did 3 next Fridays, Friday is still like the best one usually.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as it was right and it didn't feel like a reboot, and it was something that was funny, or it don't have to be funny. Like I just use funny as an avenue, or comedy as an avenue, to get to the bigger stuff like movies and TV. So
If there was a network that you would like to work with, which one would it be though?
If there was a network I would like to be honest, I would just like to meet with Tyler Perry and tell him to create his own social media division. So I would just tell him to create a network for social media people specifically. But if not him, then I guess right now I would like to work with a like LOL or LOL network.
Someone asked earlier in the chat if you ever did any work with All Def Digital, and what are your thoughts on All Def Digital?
I have worked with them. Back when like obviously before the Russell thing, back when like Spoken Reasons was signed to them, I did a few videos, and actually we sold a video to them too, a video concept to them, and they never did anything with it, or maybe they did and they just tweaked it into something different. But we had sold one to them, and yeah, and then I was just in a few videos that they had at the time.
How many Adidas tractions do you have? Because
you've been waiting to ask that question.
we got an Adidas dude up in here. Keep talking. Man.
Yeah. So the whole reason why that came about was because, like, one, I can't dress. Like, fashion is not me. Like, my sister literally picks out everything I wear. Like, that's just her job. Like, I call her for everything. If I got a date, if I got to do this, my sisters want to do it. So she got me the tracksuit, and Adidas, they're super comfortable. And so I just started wearing them in the skits. And in one of the skits, Jay calls me tracksuit, and it stuck. Like, everybody in the comments was like, yo, tracksuit. So I just kept wearing them. And then I was like, well, all right. I mean, I like them. They're comfortable, and I could just throw them on with my t-shirts that I'm making. So let me get them. So I just kept getting more and more, but I couldn't afford the Nike Tech Fleece because Nike Tech Fleece is so expensive. So the Adidas is the route that I had went.
So, ain't it hot in Atlanta?
That too. It's the last couple years. It's been no winter. It's been summer and summer. So there's no fall, there's no spring, there's nothing else. It's just summer and mild summer.
Yeah, you put on a Nike Tech, you probably pass out.
Yeah. So, but it was really just a money thing. I ain't even gonna hold you. Even in the heat, I would have still wore it.
Skip, you got any questions?
No.
What's up? No, man. Hey, I'm listening, man. I'm asking this, man. I'm listening.
Who is your favorite person to collaborate with?
My favorite person outside of the team, I would say, would have to be either Cassandra Lee or Big Ja. Just watching Cassandra's like a female version of Jim Carrey to me. So every time I'm on set, like EK are like one of the only 2 girls who have like made me laugh on set, like made me break character. So her, and then Ja, his just energy, just watching him, his wordplay is amazing. So every time, and he always dropped gems because, you know, he's traveled this road before since he's way bigger than I am at this point. So he just always come through and he look
literally
and make sure that we you know, whatever we need, he always look out.
Will we be moving from Atlanta to Hollywood to continue your social media Hits.
Why would he do that?
LA, we literally just moved back from LA though. It's just not it's not something I want to do. I just want to put on for Atlanta. I don't want to put on for LA. I don't have any ties to LA. Nothing wrong with LA. It's just really expensive for no reason. And I can do everything that I'm doing. Everything that can be done there can be done here now. So Atlanta really has captured my heart. So that's just a city that I want to stay in, and I want the brand to be associated with funarios. My goal is anytime you hear Atlanta, your first 5 things you think about is funarios.
Well, I asked that question to you because in his video he talked about moving to Atlanta. That's why I asked. In the portal that's in his closet.
Yeah. We did it. I did it as to kind of like tell a story of like, I'm done with LA and I don't need LA. So, I mean, I'll still go out there and visit and collab with some people, but I just wanted people to know that like we are officially back in Atlanta and not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, when I think about that, I think about Atlanta as basically the hub, and it's been growing to be that for quite some time, particularly for Black entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even more so now.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I consider Atlanta the Black Hollywood. So when I think of Hollywood, I think it's trying to fit into a completely different structure of our type of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So
yep,
that's a fact. I know a lot of people, like even my cousin as an actress, like she moved from LA to Atlanta, and because a lot of our people business when it comes to entertainment is being done in Atlanta compared to what is being done in LA.
Yeah.
So I feel the same exact way. I think a lot of success, and I mean, if we talking from whatever, BET, Channel One, mainstream, Tyler Perry Studios, just every avenue of us as a people, it seems like Atlanta is like the Mecca right about now.
Yeah. It's a lot of things moving, especially music, as y'all know. That's the biggest thing in the nightlife, which ties into the music, and a lot of people look to this as like a fashion place to. I mean, obviously New York and LA are like bigger on fashion just because it's bigger communities, but with all of the music and the nightlife scene, a good amount of fashion is kind of started here, or people have tried to break fashion here as well. And so next is social media. That's all I want. Obviously we got the movies, but I want to do social media and bring that.
But black women still can't find no man in Atlanta, can we?
I mean, I feel like if they keep going to the same place, there's LGBT people, there's homosexuals here, yes. However, I don't want that to be the notion that everybody in here is like. It's a little harder to date. It's harder to date. It is harder to date. I just think it's hard to date anywhere though too, because you got technology now. Like anytime technology was introduced, it was like there's always a bad side of it. So dating is definitely harder, and because if you also don't have money, it's harder to compete with the people who do have money. So those nightlife people and people who can order 3-4 bottles plus to their section, it's kind of like those are the ones who usually win. Now, granted, those are the most visible people too, so everybody flocks to them. So that's why women may have a hard time finding a man too, because they are flocking towards the same dudes. And yeah.
So that skit with TK and you with Meg Thee Stallion, was that by accident? You're like, okay, let's shoot it, or was that planned out?
No, it just happened. That's we just set up the camera and I just told her whatever she do, I'm gonna just go with it. Like it wasn't like do this, do that. It was just whatever happened.
You scared me. You said Megan Thee Stallion and let's shoot it all in the same sentence.
Hey, relax. There we go, man. Here we go.
I ain't sure where you was going now. Wait.
That that series with the relationship therapist, how much is that the therapist is improvised? Because it doesn't seem like that's the script. He is too good as far as what he said about his, my baby mama calling, she always want money. I ain't got no money. You owe me $500.
None,
Like,
none of that was every part of that was improv. None of that was planned.
I knew it.
None of that was planned. He's that good. Like all of us working together. And it was funny because when he left, when we shot the last episode, he was like, man, just let me know if you want to redo it or something. I don't know if my energy was off or something. But just like, let me know. If it's not funny, like, I'll just come back and do it. And I was like, what? You killed it. And then like we put it out, and the last video was when I brought back an old girlfriend technically, to the fold. So people weren't even commenting about her. They were commenting about him. And I was like, yeah, you killed it. Like, there was no doubt about it. Like, you.
The funniest part is he's a therapist that needs a therapist.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then also as well, Lonnie, like y'all, the visuals that y'all put together is, first of all, it's crazy bananas.
Appreciate it.
But did you have like did you have a background of like going to school for it, or was this just like on the job training, I guess you could say, like as you went, like, yo, like we got to upgrade this, we got to shoot from here, yo, like, because for example, even with that series with the therapist, like the angles, it's really all y'all videos, to be honest with you, but the angles that you take, the up close, the far ways, like how did you, was it trial and error? Was it just something like, yo, my man, he's the best with the camera, so like, yo, he gonna do more of the camera work and blah blah blah.
So I've always had some kind of training in video and audio, video production, I'll say. So in high school, I was a TV show host. It was I don't know if y'all remember Gumbo TV. Y'all might not. It came on like Channel 4 like randomly. Anyway, Gumbo TV did that for like 2 years. But in there, that's when I did my first skit. That's when I learned how to, interview. I learned how to shoot a little bit of like music videos and the different styles of shooting. So then when I got to college, I originally came because I wanted to go to Clark for film and video, or just film. And I couldn't because I went to Morehouse, so I couldn't major in it. So I could just take classes over there, but I couldn't major in it. So then I took a few classes, but all the videos you see, like, that was me shooting. I didn't have anybody to shoot it. It was me learning. It was me studying, and I watched a lot of movies, a ton of movies. So just watching them and being more of a visual learner, I would just look at the shots that they would do, and if I had a project for it, I would put it in my project, and you would kind of see that, like, this, I got the shot from this place. But all of the stuff is just me doing it. That's it. I had training to know the technical terms of stuff and all of that stuff. And then I worked for Property Brothers. I worked on that show for like a season. I used to work on Love and Hip Hop. American Idol, So You Think You Can Dance. I worked on like a lot of shows and other things, and I kind of learned, and always talking to cameramen and learning what that is, reading blogs and watching videos. So
okay. So you soaked up a lot of game outside of what you actually do to get to where you at right now, basically, which is really dope. Like it just wasn't, like I'm just on the job training. You actually was, you was actually working on different networks and different things like that. And then you took all of that and pieced it together to, to do your own thing, which is really dope, which most definitely is really dope.
Is there ever a time that, is there ever a day that comes over you like, man, I don't feel like shooting today, and then you feel like, okay, I have to shoot and just go out and do it?
Yeah. So like I like quit my job. Like I'm done working. So like all the money I make on social media is like how I live. So
when did you quit your job though, Lonnie?
It'll be official in next month. Next month it'll be like the separation from the job is official next month. But I haven't worked since March.
So you've been working this whole time. That's another key thing that y'all got to realize. Like Lonnie's still been working.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, for example, just with YouTube alone, how many subscribers you got right now with YouTube?
145, I think it's 146. Sorry,
146K. So like, I mean, he's sitting at 146K just in YouTube alone, and he was still working a regular job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's very commendable. Some of these folks, they get 10,000, they be like, I'm good.
Right.
It's
Yeah, and that was one of the parts I was gonna kind of have you elaborate on about, because a lot of folks don't understand that it is a grind, it's a journey, it takes time.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like how do you become YouTube famous, or how do you be successful at YouTube? And I just say, make 62 consistent videos. If you can make 62 consistent videos, so whether that's every day making a video, or that's every week, or if you can do it 62 times without interruption, without break, without taking a step back, then you'll be successful. That's all it takes. Because in that 62 time frame, you will learn so much about what people want from you, what they like from you, what kind of videos, and it also push you to be consistent, because that's part of it. Most of the reason why I'm growing so much now is because I've been consistently putting out videos. Before, I had other platforms, like my Facebook is bigger than my YouTube. I got 255,000 on Facebook. But I stopped doing Facebook, and then that audience just stopped growing. So I've been viral on every platform, but it's like YouTube, I was never consistent at it. So I would do a good video, and then that's it. So now that I'm consistent, and YouTube pushes me more. It's like, okay, well, obviously he's serious about it. So let's send some more people his way. Let's open, more doors for him to be seen. So it's just about consistency. That's literally all it takes to be successful. And that's
Being a Jedi in the chat wanted to know, how did you come up with 62?
It's called the power of 62. It's like, if y'all believe in affirmations, visualization and affirmations, it kind of stems from there. But this guy named Charlie Rocket, he used to be 2 Chainz manager and Travis Porter manager. He had used 2 Chainz. He was like, 2 Chainz had put out 62 singles, but it wasn't until around 62 that he had whatever song had went crazy that brought him back this time. And that was his 60-second song, whatever. So, and then I applied the same method. Me and Jamal sat down and we was like, okay, cool. We're just going to apply 62 to YouTube. So we made 62 videos consistently, nonstop. Every week I was dropping a video. And literally in a year's time, I have tripled my subscribers. Last year this time, I think I had maybe around 50,000. But earlier, maybe in April, that's when I started shooting with TK consistently, and I had 30,000 subs. That's it. So literally in a year, I had hit 100,000. So I had gained 70,000 in a year's time, and I was able to quit my job. But that was literally because of consistency.
Yeah.
How did the pandemic
in any of that consistency that something just broke for you? You know what I'm saying? Because you could do 62 just okay videos, you know what I'm saying? But something caught within that 62 video. Something caught on.
I won't say it was a particular video that caught on. It was just me understanding how to make videos and my purpose and what I wanted.
Audience.
And me happy. Yeah, just my audience, all of that, what my brand was. So 62 is, it's deeper than just making the videos. It's what you learn along the way and the process that molds you into who you should or who you are or whatever. So that was the most that's the most important part of it for me. So even at 62, I think around when I was hitting 62 is when my channel did start going crazy, and I had got my first check where I had made more than I had made at my job. So I was like, oh yeah, we on to something. Like we here. Like yeah, like it worked. The Power 62 literally worked, and it just gave me confidence to keep going for another 62.
If you notice,
It's funny. It's funny. It's what'd you say, BX?
I say if you notice, Skip is up there writing stuff down. He ain't answering no questions.
Hey man, I'm soaking all of this in, man. So this is great.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's funny, Lonnie. It's funny you bring up it's funny you bring up a 2 Chainz old manager, because a homeboy of mine who's also from Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying, knows the same guy, and he talks about that all the time as well. So that's crazy that you bring that up for real. So like that connection, like that Milwaukee connection for real. We did have another question. Would you collaborate with any up and coming comedians from Milwaukee?
Of course, I would.
Or have you already? I don't know if you have already. You know, like if you have already or not.
See, the thing about it, I don't come home enough to like really work with anybody. But I'm trying to think of. I don't think I have, and I don't even think any have like come down here and like hit me up or anything. But
what's funny is that I started noticing on social media, especially on Instagram, like a lot of dudes will be in Atlanta shooting Instagram skits, and they will be from Milwaukee, but they be in Atlanta shooting them, and then all of a sudden I'll see them like back in Milwaukee, like shooting a skit in Milwaukee. But a lot of them they shoot in Atlanta, so they do a lot of back and forth, which is hilarious to me. But they'll be like, no, I'm really from Milwaukee though. Like they'll wear like some Milwaukee gear, but be in Atlanta, you know, like shooting. And I'll be like, yo, is he really from Milwaukee? You know, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm really from Milwaukee, but I get a lot of work done in Atlanta. So
yeah, I don't know none of them.
Yeah.
My head at least.
So
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Has the pandemic hurt or helped the content or the channel?
Man, this pandemic was the best thing that ever happened. This is the most money I've ever made in my life. This is the most views I've ever got in my life. My channel's doing good. I've been able to set myself up for leaving my job, so it kind of gave me a good little cushion and push to really fuel my dreams. Hopefully everybody's at home now, so people watching a lot more content. I was already a homebody anyway, so me not being the only thing that bothers me is the fact that I can't go sit down and eat in a restaurant. But besides that, like, this was the best thing that has ever happened to me.
I like how you said that, because that goes to show where, you know what I mean, like when it comes to a content creator who is a comedian, you know what I mean, like all their talent they can do like from their home, whereas on the sneaker YouTube side of the game, you know what I mean, like the main purpose is going out. The main purpose is going out to get sneakers. So when you can't go out and get sneakers and you're cooped up in the house, that's when you got to be like, okay, so how can I entertain an audience who is used to me going outside buying stuff? I can't do that. So that means I have to be indoors. And while I'm indoors and I can't buy anything, I have to come up with, you know, random throw out videos, you know what I mean, just to keep the content going. So that's, you know, what a lot of us witnessed, you know what I mean? Like a lot of sneaker YouTubers, they couldn't go out, so they were just, you know, they're in their sneaker room looking around, be like, what can I do today? I'll do this and I'll do that. So that's the kind of like difference between, you know what I mean, like as far as like being a comedian and having that internal talent that you can just come up with ideas and be funny, you know what I mean? Whereas where you have to buy an object for your channel, you know what I mean? So I get where you're coming from. I understand that completely.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the sneaker YouTube community?
Outside of like complex, like seeing when they go sneaker shopping, I know that the sneaker community is huge. I don't know like on YouTube specifically, but I do know that the community is huge, and I only know because my sister's she's like super heavy on like Like she'll, like I said, she always dresses me, so she kind of keeps me up on like what's the next style gonna be and when the Jordan's dropping or the one, you know, it's like how the whole she knows all of that stuff. I didn't know it was that big on YouTube. I guess I would have to just search, but outside of Complex, just seeing little posts on shopping for, you know, when they shop like 2 Chainz shopping with him or whoever, and they shop for.
So when you go to search, Lonnie, you search the 3 people at the top.
Okay.
Those 3 at the top.
Okay.
Big fat.
Yeah.
BX with the alley-oop. Look at us.
Hey Lonnie, man. Hey, yeah. Sneaker YouTube is pretty crazy. You know, it's just like any genre, to be honest with you. I mean, everything is the same. Like you have the pettiness, you know, you have everybody trying to, you know, one up, and I mean, you know, it's just I look at it as just like high school, man. To be honest with you, just like we was talking earlier, like it ain't no different. You know, to be honest with you, you got your good people and you got your bad. You know, you got the yin and the yang, to be honest with you, but. Most definitely, I know somebody had said it earlier. They was like, "Yo, is this supposed to be sneaker YouTube?" And I, like I told y'all before, and I've said this plenty of weeks. Every episode, not every episode, we're gonna be talking about sneakers every damn week. Not over here. I mean, you know, it's a lot of other things, you know, that we can be talking about, and this is still also as well. We still talking about YouTube, to be honest with you, and you know, the homie Lonnie, you know, graced us. You know, he came through to show us, you know, show me love. You know, come on the channel tonight, be our special guest, talk about, you know, what he does with the comedy skits. And, you know, like he hasn't been doing this just yesterday. Like he been putting in the work and the grind. This all applies, you know, whatever. If you doing sneaker YouTube, if you doing comedy skits, you know, like you got to put in that work. You got to put in that time, you know, you got to put in that, you know, that effort, you know, to get to being successful, like, you know, where Lonnie is, and he's still working a damn job. Well, he was, you know, but you know, that's, you know, basically, you know, he's just about to quit. So, and he's sitting out, you know, he's sitting over 100 and, well, you said 146, he's sitting over 146K in subs, and that's just YouTube alone, you know, whatever. So, you know, that's most definitely why I wanted Lonnie to come through tonight. You know, show us love. Well, show me love, you know what I'm saying? Give a little bit of insight, you know, of himself and the crew. Because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't do it by himself, you know. And the man is funny.
I know.
The man is funny. The whole crew is funny. I mean, you know, I consistently watch the channel. I mean, you know, besides Lonnie being from Milwaukee, you know, we have ties to a few people, you know. But I genuinely love his channel. I watch it religiously. My notifications is on. You know what I'm saying? So when that thumbnail pops up, I'm ready to watch, because you know, I know it's gonna be hilarious between himself and TK. You know, she showed, you know, she showed my company love by, you know what I'm saying, rocking the brand. You know, in their latest, one of their latest videos, and that's just the first time, but that will not be the last time that y'all will see that. But you know, also as well, Lonnie, so funarios, you are about to put out some new gear, right?
Well, I literally I sold out of all my merch. So I just launched it Friday, and it sold out in 24 hours. So
I went to go get merch and it was gone.
yeah, gone.
I was tight. I came across scenarios when I was watching Big Jaw.
Yeah.
And when I came across, I don't remember what episode it was, I automatically said, "Hey," I told my wife, "Yeah, you gotta watch this. This shit was hilarious." So now sometimes she watches it by herself and we watch it together, but that shit is hilarious.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Lonnie, I've been watching since you was doing I forget homegirl name, but you know, you was doing you know, with the fur vest, you was doing James, and I forget homegirl, like, you know, my best friend, like that, you know, like those skits. Like I've been watching for a minute, you know, and obviously like, you know,
Is that B Lynn?
Nah, he talking about the old ones with Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah, Lauren, that's what it is. Yeah. So, you know, them joints, I've been watching for a minute, and then obviously, like, you know, we talked about, you know, we have some ties to some of the same people, you know, and it's really dope to see the growth, especially, and you can tell it even in the quality of the videos, like, you know, like you can see the growth, you know, which is amazing, and I love to see that, you know,
Beer
what a
gets
lot of people think it's overnight though. A lot of people think like, oh yeah, you know, like it's not. Especially with you, you know, putting out there, you know, like your back history, what you've been doing to get to where you are right now. You know, I think that's inspiring, and that's another reason why, you know what I'm saying, I asked Lonnie to come on tonight because, you know, like, yo, he said it earlier before we went live, yo, this social media grind is different. And it is. It's different in any avenue that you're trying to do. Like if it's you know, whatever, comedy, if it's sneaker YouTube, if it's you know, selling merch, whatever you're doing, like, yo, it's different, you know, but you got to put that grind in. You got to put them efforts in.
Beard has 2 questions in the chat.
Where they at?
How diversified is your income stream since you quit your job, both to YouTube or merch or IG, etc.?
So I was heavily dependent upon my YouTube, and then my Facebook took off, and then I just did my merch, which sold out. So as of now, with 3 streams, I'm trying to get a 4th one now, and that's more so like brands and product placement and things of that nature. So that way I can just like keep upgrading things for the viewers, so, or the fans, just building on it, so like I can bring them movies and I can fund all of the other stuff that we want to do, because like skits is just something to like get us to the next thing. So yeah.
And he said, and how concerned are you about trusting these platforms to control your income?
I don't trust them at all. That is why I want my own app. And talking, just every time I get a chance to talk to Big Jock, because he's the first YouTuber that I know that has an app. So just talking to him, I'm always trying to like understand like how he went about it, how did he get it, and what's the parameters of it, and can he do this, can he do that, whatever. But you know, a lot of my videos, they're not crazy, but you know, YouTube will, like, you know, they can come and demonetize you, so you know, you're not making any money. So the fact that somebody else has a say so in my career and how I make my money it's a little nerve wracking, but that's why you have to diversify, so that if one does go down, you kind of have something else, or at least have some kind of, I don't know, something.
Because a lot of people, and we know a few of them that's in sneaker YouTube, for example. They just do sneaker YouTube.
Yeah.
And they very, you know, like I said, we talking about they get 10,000 all of a sudden. They be like, yeah, nigga, I'm good. It's like, bruh, like, yo, like that's in anything in business. Like you need to have more than one lane coming in that household. And if you just dependent on just YouTube, yo, you losing. It don't matter how successful you are right now. They can literally snatch your channel if they feel like it.
It's funny because, you know, a lot of people aspire to do YouTube full time. They're not even thinking far enough ahead to consider the fact that this could be gone tomorrow.
Facts.
There are people that have large followings on this platform, even larger than Lonnie's, and they do it full time, and that's just it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I'm aware of. I'm like, you got to create some kind of passive income. So like other day I had a conversation with my mom, because like after I had showed her like all the money from like merch and my channel and all that other stuff, I was like, well, now your job is to be my financial manager. So you need to like help me to, you know, build my business portfolio. And she's like heavy into like stocks and investing and stuff like that, which is why I get the job. But that's super crucial to me too. So now that I'm making this money and I'm able to live a semi-small, lavish life, I need to make sure that I'm putting that money away, or at least investing it, so that it can make money for me in another avenue. And I'm not like, oh man, now I got to find some social media platform. And I would like to just set up things where I could literally just walk away from it all and just still live the same life, you know.
Yeah. And also long term, not, you know, like every you know, let the money work for you long term. I most definitely get that. BX, what you got?
I was gonna say, so bringing it back to sneakers, what's your favorite sneaker? Because I know you wear these track shoes with the Nike Huarache. So
All right, I got my Adidas shoes finally. Okay, I got a black pair and I got a gray pair, so people can get off me. I was like, okay, now that I'm getting a little bit of money, let me get these shoes so like people can like leave me alone. But my favorite shoe is the Space Jams. I have been trying to get a pair ever since I've seen my first pair, and I have been so close. I have the Breads, I have the Concords. I just need the Space Jams to complete my little trio, and that's it. So those are my favorite, and then I am a fan of the 1s and the 13s and other shoes. Like the 270s are cool. I'm not like super big on sneakers. My sister keeps me up. Like she just be like, "Yeah, you need to get these," and I'm like, "Okay." So she'll put all together. But as far as sneakers, those are some of my favorites.
okay, that's pretty dope. But the Concords are a staple in the the sneaker community. They're what people call a grail if they don't have them. Skip has 3 pairs.
Okay, I got a grail. Is that what I would call it?
Skip has 3 pairs.
Where'd that come from? What do you speak of?
They call them grails. They call them grails because it's a holy grail of shoe they want.
Yeah. So
hey, Lonnie. So what's like? Because I know everybody's style is different in the crew. Like, what's like your style, and then like you got TK style. Like, what is there like different names like y'all have? Like, oh, like TK is more of like the this persona, and then I'm this, and then Jay is that. Like, do y'all have like different like
Well, TK from Brooklyn, so she got Tims.
Yeah.
Is she from Brooklyn for real?
Yeah, she from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Like the heart of Brooklyn, like where Pop Smoke is from. Yes.
Hey, on a side note, real quick before you answer that question, the video y'all did where it. Yeah. Oh, hey, round of applause, bro.
That was yerp.
Yeah.
It's funny. I always say this.
You can't yerp in the house.
You can't say yerp in the house.
You would love that video. What's so funny? I was like, man, I don't think they're gonna like this video. I just don't think it. And I put it out, and like everybody was going crazy. And I was like, what? Like, okay. Like if that was one of those videos, I had doubted it just because of when me and her were talking about it. It was so much funnier in our heads. Yes, it came out good, I guess, considering what it did. But when we watched it, we were just like, I don't know. And TK was just like, just put it out and just see, just trust it. And
trust me, I shared those 2 videos with all my people in New York.
Oh yeah,
all of them, and that shit is hilarious.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Hey, especially the finale joint when the sisters came over. Yo, bro, like, hey.
Why your bubble ain't got no sleeves?
Yep.
It's the best.
We were trying to get TK's actual family to like do a 3rd episode, but we just couldn't. It's because she got 6 sisters, and you know how hard it is getting more than 5 people to go on 5 black people to go on a vacation together. So getting 6 sisters together just didn't really. It wasn't. We weren't able to pull it off for the 3rd episode. But if we ever do, just know it'll be a big production.
Yo, that was crazy. But the two that you had for the 2nd joint, I don't think I've never seen them in a vid. No, I seen one of them. Like you worked with one of them before, but the other one I ain't never seen before. Was that just like you hit them up on a random, like, yo, we doing this video, I need y'all to come through, or was this like organic, like you knew what was,
So we knew we were doing it. That's one of them is TK's actual blood sister.
I got you.
And then the other girl, Blue, she's from New York as well, but she does rap and stuff. So we just put it together and told her, come through, and they killed it. We had more people that were gonna come, but they were the 2 that really just showed up. So it's the whole little 2 guys were supposed to show up too, but we just went ahead and made it do what it did, what it did.
Okay, so the other one is actually TK's sister.
Yeah, they look just alike.
Yeah, okay, I got you. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the other one, the other, you said her name is Blue, is a when dating a battle rapper.
Yeah.
I've seen
That's
her in a few of your videos. She's actually really dope too.
Yeah. Super creative.
Yeah,
what
that's one of my favorite series right there though. That's hilarious as hell.
was your question, Rep? Before we got sidetracked.
Oh, so the different like everybody, like y'all gel really well, the whole crew. So do y'all have like y'all have different styles? Do y'all have like different names? Like, yo, I'm like this, TK's like that, Jay's like this. Is that it?
That's Jay. Jay is who, like, everybody's who they are, like, in person. Like, yo, wait, hey, what's up?
Jay better sing or die.
Got you. See, don't get him started. But so
Jay needs to be working for a dentist office promo. Like his teeth be hella gleaming, boy.
That's all I saw was teeth.
yeah,
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you up, but
my boy got a smile. You feel me?
don't tell anybody I told you that. But
My boy got the sparkle. What you brush your teeth with charcoal, man? Man, I knew he was on something, dog. Man, this man, he be like using hydrogen peroxide is like, you know what I'm saying? His mouthwash and stuff. Like he hygiene to a whole nother level.
it was literally a shadow with teeth.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. What's the different styles though, Lonnie? Like what do y'all say?
So everybody is who you see on camera. Now we literally like kind of become family. So like Jay's style is, he's like silly, like, but very witty, like quick off the, like his snapback game is crazy. He'll like say something and you'll be like, wait, what? Jamal, he always has this like persona of like playing dumb and monotone. And he just plays that really well. Because he does that in real life. Like he's not to that extent, but he's just like that. TK, she's a personality. Every time you see her in a video, that's why her and James have never done a video together. It would just be two personalities that collide in a video. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But she's a big personality. Super. She hasn't. I won't say aggressive because she hates when people call her aggressive. But she has this.
She is. Oh, okay.
Demeanor of like.
Black women don't like to be called aggressive.
Yeah, I really understand why.
That'd be your first definition of us, man. We can express ourselves and not have to have it be defined.
Passionate, y'all, real passionate. She real passionate. Tiffany, she's kind of always been the pretty girl to play that kind of role. So everybody's just an enhanced version of themselves. And me, I'm probably the most opposite. Because people always think like me and TK, like she really is like this to me in real life. Like she'll be quote unquote bitching me out or whatever they say in the comments. But in actuality, it's not really like that. Like it's the reverse. I'm the opposite of that personality that y'all see in the videos, like the real shy and timid and like person that just get pushed around. But I'm the complete opposite. Like I think that's why I can play it, because it's something that I would never be. So it's just like one of those things.
What about B Lynn?
B Lynn is that accent, how she talks, that's really her. Like
really?
She really talk like that? Yes, that's
yeah.
And she doesn't sound like she's from Alabama. I'd say she sounds like she's from Memphis or something.
Yeah.
The way she is, like her and Terrence Howard are like blood cousins or something. The way she talks, like, she's also good. She's better at lines. Like she can improv too, but if you give her some lines, she'll give you back some gold. Which is something different than TK. TK, I can give her a script, but we won't really follow it. But if I tell TK to freestyle, she'll always give me back gold. So her and B-Lin are the opposite in that instance, but both are great talents.
You know how they say not to try things you see on TV because don't try this at home.
Mm-hmm.
That Roddy Rich skit you did with TK, I tried that with my wife. It didn't go well.
Yeah. And you see, it didn't go well with me.
It didn't go well. I almost got hurt.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
Yeah, well, most definitely we got a couple more minutes for it, you know what I'm saying? We close it down for tonight, man. So anybody in the chat, if y'all got any more questions, man, let's go ahead and throw them in the comment section so we can get them over to Lonnie, man.
Do you have any more videos? Sorry to interrupt you, Rap. Do you have any more videos in the pipeline that coming out anytime soon?
I need to. I'm gonna do another therapist joint soon. And then I have to finish my series of My Fine Best Friend with B-Lin. And then just trying some new-ish kind of things. I got a really good response when I tried I did a more serious like Black Lives Matter video where it was comedic elements in it, but it was taking a different approach. And also like the Portal video that was like it wasn't my take on sci-fi because I didn't have special effects really, but just like on themes that were different than just like boyfriend girlfriend arguing. It was like boyfriend girlfriend arguing, but we add this element to it. So just trying some new things and some new concepts for videos and trying to tell more stories because that's what I want to do anyway, as opposed to just situations. Actually,
so when you're shooting the skit between you and TK, is it the rest of the crew that's the camera people, or you just have regular cameramen?
Yeah. So we all shoot for each other. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we all get together and we shoot skits all day. So from about 11 to whenever we finish, we're just shooting. And if it's Tiffany's skit for her channel, then usually me or Jamal, are shooting it. Jay skits, he shoots himself, and we shoot his as well. That's just how we just rotate through it. We just shoot for everybody.
Was that the plan from the beginning for, like you say, start with you and then everybody branch out and do their own thing, or it just happened organically?
I've always been trying to build a team because I knew if I wanted, whatever the African proverb is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I always wanted to build a team because I knew I couldn't do everything by myself. So originally, way back maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I wanted to put everything on one channel, and then we push this one channel, and then after that we branch off. Didn't work. So then now everybody had their own channel, and we just worked together as a collective. So it worked better because everybody had their thing, their way to make a presence and also build to the goal of us all being, just content creators. So
does funarios mean anything, or is it just a word that you put together?
No, so it stands for funny scenarios. That's how the word came about. I literally was in my dorm room playing around. I was like, yeah, like we'll do skits and they'll be like funny scenarios, and we'll call it funarios. And like we both paused, and then we just like whatever, and then it kind of just stuck. Like there was no other name that fit, and it's been the best name that I've ever actually come up with till this day. So
right. We got another question in the chat. It's shout out to Beard. He said, what does a video skit budget run? I remember watching a lot of the comics and saying that the skits end up costing more money than they make.
So and this is why. The reason why it cost them more to make it were because they were trying to do high quality videos for YouTube or some platform. And it didn't give them enough. Like obviously it didn't give them enough return, but they didn't need to do that. Mm-hmm. Only reason why they had to do it because they don't know how to shoot. Me, I know how to shoot. Even if the team is out of town, if the whole team is out of town for a week, I know how to shoot myself. Mm-hmm. I can put myself in a video, shoot the video, edit the video, come up with a video, post it, and all of that stuff. So I don't need anybody to produce my stuff. So I can do it for fairly low. Now, right now, so I'm doing the opposite, where I learned everything and now I can outsource because I know how much stuff costs, but also I'm putting more money in so that I can grow my quality to doing bigger things. So it's just the fact that they didn't know how to shoot it themselves. So they would have to call a producer who would put it together. They had to pay the producer. They got to pay for this. And I got all upstairs. My team is upstairs. We just literally come downstairs and we just work for each other. It's not I got to pay for this, anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the beginning, were you editing your own videos, and do you still edit your own videos?
Yeah, so in the beginning, I was doing everything in the beginning. I do not edit I do edit my own videos and I don't. So somebody else does most of the groundwork. They'll like and put together like the full version. And sometimes when I get it back, I'll add things. Think about it like how Mike Will produces a beat. There's other people under him that have a beat, and Mike will take the beat and he'll like alter it or he'll add something to it, and now it's like a Mike Will beat. So it's kind of like that in a sense, if that helps paint the picture. But so I don't edit anymore. And yeah, that's the question.
Okay, that's pretty dope. Because I heard people say like editing is one of the hardest things to do when you're doing like YouTube videos or things like that. It takes the most time.
Facts.
Yeah, it kills your creative process too, because you gotta like watch back something and then you like, damn, this could have been so much funnier. But now it's this, and it takes so long to put it together, and it's one of those things that like I'm glad when somebody offered to edit my videos, I quickly emailed them back. Like I hate that part of it.
Yeah, that makes a world of difference to have that when you're a one-man band. It's hard to make the standard of videos you want to make for sure. So
editing is the worst.
Especially when you're trying to do like some real stuff, like some real production-based stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta do it yourself.
People just forget that you should learn. Like you gotta still learn to do all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't forget it, because I can, even if everything failed today, like I know how to do it myself. Like, I know how to edit videos still. You know, I know how to write a skit still. So some people leave those components up to other people, and they don't know those components or what it takes to do it and how to like convey their message. Because a lot of people we even worked with in LA, we had this notion of LA that like, man, like they all are like superior beings, like they are just getting all these views. And we would come to set or come to their house to shoot a video, or they would come over or whatever, and they were like, yeah, so I don't even really know what I should do for my idea. Like I need help. And me and Jamal would like build their whole skit, like scene by scene, because they did not know how to do it. They did not know how to write. They did not know how to edit, or they did not know how to shoot, what shots to get. So I was like, we're doing all this in Atlanta by ourselves. Like,
yeah,
y'all out here doing a quarter of what we do. So it was a tough pill to swallow, to say the least.
What would your advice be to someone that does a lot of skits around the sneaker community and voiceovers and personalities? What would your advice be to that person? Hey, look, it's Jamal.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing but a t-shirt.
Yeah. Like literally, that's how the house is. Everybody pops in and out at different times.
It was a dangling t-shirt. That's all I saw.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to that person that does a lot of skits, around sneakers and voiceovers, and has a really funny character named Kincaid, alter ego, if you must say?
I'd say just keep putting out content. Don't stop, and just find your niche. Keep trying different things. Don't just stick to the same thing. Just try, like, if you tell a story this way, tell it a different way next time, and just see the response. Don't be afraid to give it a shot. What else would I say? I would say, oh yeah, yeah, you got an interpreter for you on your Zoom call. That's hilarious. Might have to make that. You know, funny that is. Oh wow.
How many dad hats does Jamal have? That's what I want to know.
I know.
Hey, no. How many of them shirts? How many of them shirts do Jamal have? Jamal got a color.
It's the same shirt.
Jamal goes to sleep with a dad hat on.
Yes, that's actually Jamal falls asleep in any position, anywhere in the house with all the lights on. Yes.
Hey, look at Jay. Look at Jay in the back, dog. He's still smiling, bro. Duh. Look, Jay still smiling, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this is what I deal with on a regular.
Is that right? That's right.
Yeah, I live in a nice frat house lifestyle over there.
TK live here too, so it's not a frat house.
There's women in frats. What you mean?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, snap.
Are there?
Oh.
There's fraternities.
There's women in fraternities?
Of course.
In what fraternity? Like women in fraternities? Or are you talking about sororities?
I'm not talking about sororities.
I did not. That's new to me. I ain't never heard that. But hey, teach his own. But never heard of it. All right.
But yeah, like you said, just try different ways to tell different stories around sneakers and try something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. If you're not having success, try something else. And then when you find whatever success you do find in it, make sure you keep doing that. It's important that you work it in there. So it's important that in all my videos, I say, wow, that's crazy. It's just like one of those things that you expect. So just keep doing it. And every video add something different or change something. So that way, by the time you're getting up there in numbers, you have a well-polished YouTube video making machine, essentially.
Man, sneaker YouTube don't like change, man.
No.
If you think about it, nobody likes change. But it's how you do it, because I learned that too. I shot a skit with Tiffany. And it was like me and her were breaking up. She was going to be my ex, and it was like, who's going to get custody over our friends? Now, I think that was the first thing.
That's funny. That's funny.
So that was the first thing I introduced her in. But how I introduced her was too soon. I introduced her as if we had already had a relationship, and the fans were just like, yeah, she not TK. But when I introduce other people into my videos, I introduce them in a way that it was like slowly building in a relationship. Like me and B Lynn, it kind of just built into a more serious relationship. We shot a video where she came over to like I was just trying to talk to her and her friend. Like it was like a double date going wrong, essentially. So that was my first time introducing her. So then when they seen her a second time, it was like, oh, okay, we kind of like her. Okay, cool. But I can't just bring somebody out the blue and establish something, because we don't like new things. Mm-hmm. So if you changing something, do it slowly. Because anytime it's an abrupt change, everybody freaks out. Unless you just power through it, like something like just power through it. Like I feel like if 50 Cent would have just kept the song that he made of Trey Songz in the intro for the rest of the season, we would have just had Power. People will not watch Power because he changed the intro.
Right.
So it was also one of those things that like that thing wasn't broken. So why are you fixing that? That's part of your well-oiled machine. So now fix something else. Like that's an example of that. So.
Hey, another quick question before we get up out of here. So, like, you just talked about like the different like little trademarks, like people look for it. Like, you saying, oh, like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I know, like, Ja has like the inserts where it'd be like, damn, and all that type of shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just assume like he was the first, but like where did that come from? Where y'all put in y'all ad libs and y'all videos and stuff?
So Ja, obviously he was doing it first that I had seen.
Okay.
I knew other people had taglines and stuff, and I always said, "Wow, that's crazy." Like I use "Wow, that's crazy" if people was telling a boring story, and I didn't hear anyone like, "Wow, that's crazy." Okay, so I just knew I needed to insert it in the videos, and I think I was just somebody was telling me they got demonetized for using a certain sound clip or something, or like a song or something, and I was like, it might be funny to just do my own sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got in there to do the sound effects, I was just saying things like I was saying like, wow, like that's great. Like that, because that's what the emotion of my jokes were when I was editing the video. It was just like, what would I say here? Wow. Like, that's crazy. Like, and so I just like started vocally introducing those into like the voiceover videos, and it just worked. And I still said it out loud sometimes too, but I knew I needed something to like every time they come, even at the beginning in my intro, it's there. You know what I'm saying? If I take it out, be like, wait, something wrong, something different. Like it's because you're so used to hearing it. So now,
So we have a person that does skits, and a lot of times when he speaks, he said "looking at us." So you think that should be his taglines in some of his videos?
It is his tagline. That is his tagline.
Bruh, I did not come up with looking as. You know what I mean? Looking as been around shit for years.
But that's your tagline though.
I can't
that's
use
your
that.
like. But Skip, come on. But that's what you known for. Like you said at the end of every sentence. Like that's what you known for.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to try to like use it, or because people are gonna think that I like I started looking as. I mean, I would come up with something else. You know what I mean? So I can't do looking as.
I mean, Lonnie didn't come up with wow, that's crazy.
Just like he said.
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. It's just something that I said. So just look at everybody who's big. Everybody who's big, like Haha Davis. Like he got people saying hungry. Black people been saying that forever. He just brought it to mainstream and kept it, and it just became funny.
Yeah.
So I've always been saying all of these quotes. You know what I'm saying? Like even Desi, you know what I'm saying, when he does his skits, it's stuff we do, parlay. Everybody relates, like we got a homeboy parlay, like it was just like things that like we were doing that they just brought to the mainstream.
Or like
you do it so subconsciously that you don't even realize it.
Yeah,
like with Baby Girl.
Yeah, exactly. Be Simone with Baby Girl, and that's why Ja is winning so much at his skits, because Ja uses his language in his skits, and his language is like none other you've heard on the internet. The way that they, he says things like extracurricular cakes, and you like, what? Like, you just say that? Like, and his wordplay is amazing with that. So, like he brought that language. So that's why it's important for whoever's creating something, bring your language to, or your spin or your twist on your skits, because I guarantee it will stand out and people will notice that, or at least we can relate to it, especially us Black people, because no matter where you grew up, we can use context with what somebody mean. Like y'all might use hot a different way, and what I'm saying, because language goes through things. It used to be, damn, them shoes are cold. No, them shoes are hot now. Like, what I'm saying? So,
shoes are fire.
Language that y'all use, and just put it into the persona and let it show in the video. So that's what.
Look at the last thing you said. You can ask in the chat.
Yeah,
I definitely got plenty of those. I have an endless amount of the sayings. It's everything else that comes with it.
Well, Lonnie, if you didn't realize that the person that I was talking about does skits is that guy above me right there.
Yeah. I an intro. Yeah, when we
he's a skit man.
Let's go ahead, man, because we hit the mark, man. I just wanted to go, for the 1:30 for the night. Let's go ahead and hit them outros, man. First things first, though, man. Lonnie, I appreciate you coming through tonight, man. Gracing us with your presence.
Appreciate
You know, you and the squad popping in and out. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. I appreciate you guys showing love in your videos, rocking the brand. Most definitely, we got more of that coming through. But most definitely coming through tonight. And giving us a different perspective besides, sneaker YouTube, but saying, but also, giving us insight on how you got to where you at, with doing comedy skits, because all of us, we may do, sneaker YouTube or whatever like that, or we watch a lot of sneaker YouTube. But that's just not the only thing we watch on YouTube. Like, let's keep it funky. Like, we watch a lot of comedy skits on YouTube. We learn about a lot of people from YouTube and then end up checking them out on Instagram or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely.
Give me is the community big? I ain't even know this.
It is, yeah.
It's big, but it's small.
Sorry.
Probably in like the last 5 years or so, it's grown into something big online.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I just feel like sneaker culture and comedy are kind of like similar. So
exactly, and it's most definitely with sneaker culture. Like, there's a few sneaker YouTubers that have over 100,000 subscribers, out here or whatever. So
a lot of them, actually.
Yeah. It is a lot of them. To be honest with you, Q, you are right.
Mm-hmm.
But on the female side, Q the Queen is like one of the very first and very few out here. To be honest with you.
Yeah, gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I guess I got to create a skit or something to.
A lot of people have been saying that in the chat too. They was like, Lonnie should do like a sneaker, like a sneaker skit, a sneaker community skit or whatever. That actually would be dope.
I did a commercial for a brand before. It was like a sneaker online boutique once, but yeah, I need to do something.
That would actually most definitely be dope. But I mean, but to close it out, most definitely, Lonnie, man, I appreciate you, bro. Coming through. I asked you, would you grace us with your presence? You was like, for sure, bro, I got you. So, most definitely, I appreciate you coming through tonight. Let's go ahead and hit them outros. Y'all got anything y'all want to say to Lonnie or whatever? So, before we get up out of here.
Well, I definitely appreciated kind of your perspective on your side of the internet and that platform, that industry, so to speak. It was a lot of gems that you dropped, and you super low key. But I think that's from what I've observed from a lot of like writers and producers and whatnot. There typically are those type of personalities, you know, and they create the best stuff. But like, just when you kick it with them, they real chill.
Yeah.
They can write up some crazy stuff that'll just like knock your socks off. So to me, you have all the ingredients to be way bigger than what you are even now. So I look forward to, and Rep talked about, us watching comedy YouTube. I've never watched comedy YouTube. Your channel will be the first.
Hey.
So I look forward to checking that out and actually having, being able to watch that and kind of know a little bit about everybody involved. So
Cool. Q is she besides sneakers though. She's the fitness queen. She's a fitness freak.
I watch all it just be straight up like fitness stuff. Really, that's really all I watch, and talk radio. So I'm a nerd. So
BX Skip, what we got?
Hey Lonnie, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure meeting you, bro. Especially like on the comedy side of the game. Like, that's one thing that since I do sneaker YouTube, I always wanted to incorporate some type of comedy in it, because like being a comedian / actor, that's something that I've wanted to do for like years. You know what I mean? Like that's like my thing. So since I have the platform of sneaker YouTube, I feel like it's my job to put comedy in it. You know what I mean? But like I said, bro, I just subscribed to the channel. You know what I mean? So, man, you already know, man, it's going down. I'm going to watch your stuff.
Appreciate
it. Hey, man, like I said, man, let's support, man. Let's get it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, what's going on, Lonnie, man? Actually, Rep, when he told me you were coming on, I gave the background. I already knew who you were. I watched your stuff. for a while.
He knew you was from Milwaukee and everything. I said, "What? Dang, bro!" But I mean, that's him though. That's him though. That's BX.
Yeah, I put my wife onto your channel and everything. So I watch your videos. It was a pleasure meeting you. I still don't know who this guy is, Rep Milwaukee, because he be knowing too many people. But like I said, I'm gonna watch your videos. Skip, do your thing to the queen. And I want to say shout out to IBA who's not here, and Rep, we got another one, man. And also tell Tiki I said you're
Ain't no yerping in the house, bro. Chill out, bro.
I mean, Cadillac Jackson yerp in the house all the time. Lucky he not here. You would have yerped about 5 times by now.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out to Caddy.
Yeah, shout out to Caddy, man. Y'all know he got that new baby, man. But y'all know they gon', shout out to Caddy and Talking Kicks. It will be going down again tomorrow night at 7:30 Central, if I'm not mistaken. I apologize if I said the wrong time. Beard, I know you will correct me if you're still in the chat. But tomorrow, make sure y'all check out Talking Kicks every Wednesday night, 7:30 Central. So they will be going down tomorrow night for sure, which is Cadillac Jackson, Beard Jedi, and the OG Sneakers. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Once again, Lonnie, man, any closing out last things you want to tell the people where you at again and all that good stuff or whatever? I'm finna let me type in the chat also as well, the YouTube channel. But go ahead, Lonnie.
Yeah, just appreciate y'all for having me. And yeah, y'all can find me on all platforms, funarios, or type in comedian Lonnie. I'll come up either way, as long as you get to see my content one way or another. So yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's really dope to have you on, man. Keep dropping them bangers.
Here's another mukbang Q&A.
Yeah.
Keep dropping them bangers, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, man. Every Tuesday night, we back at it, man. We back at it every Tuesday night here. Sneakerheads Clothing Line Radio live, 7:30 Central every Tuesday. We showing y'all something different, man. We just not gonna be talking about sneakers. We still incorporated it a little bit, but we're not always gonna be talking about sneakers, man. I was able to have Lonnie come through tonight and talk about that comedy skit gang. And we got another dope individual coming through next week. So stay tuned for that, man. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Everybody up here has a YouTube channel, man. So please subscribe to everybody's YouTube channel. Let's support each other. Y'all see the color on the screen? Let's support each other. All right.
those 3 guys up there, the big guys.
What you mean?
For YouTube.
What?
The color blue? What you talking about?
The color that you was born with, you wake up with, and you go to sleep with. All right.
Look at her.
All right, man. I'll let y'all later, man. Peace.
All right, later.
Peace.
Peace.